I'm Faye, and I'm going to be discussing the social learning theory that was originated by Edward Sutherland in 1939. He believed that deviant behavior is learned through one's interactions with others, and he believed that hanging around with other people that have deviant ideas and behaviors means that you are more likely to follow in the footsteps of the people you're around. Sutherland pointed out that individuals can have deviant ideas, but that does not necessarily mean that they have to be committing deviant acts in order to pass this idea on to other individuals. So, associating with any kind of deviance or with anyone that has any kind of ideas of deviance is what can lead you into committing deviant acts as an other individual, but only if the ideas of deviance that are being presented outweigh the conventional ideas. While studying the theory, many sociologists found that it was not an easy process to determine whether the theory, what the theory really was, because how do you truly find out if someone is having deviant ideas? It's a lot of he said, she said. Or did the deviant ideas actually originate with them and they just decided one day to start acting on them? James Short did a different interpretation and only focused on the association and found that association does in fact link with deviance. Glaisher then added to the differential association theory with his theory of differential identification in 1956. He believed that association led to identification, which then led to deviance. Sutherland's theory did not show what was happening, only a mechanical push to say that association, deviance, there's only the physical act, where he thinks that there has to be something internal, which is where his identification comes from. He believes that the identification is what leads to the deviant lifestyle, not just association. If a person chooses to associate but does not identify with them, then they can have the choice not to become deviant. But if you identify with someone, then you're more likely to become deviant because it's what you feel internally. His theory has gained empirical support, and with a study of high school boys that identified with delinquent boys, they found that more people that identified with delinquents were more likely to go and live a deviant lifestyle. The part that is unknown is whether the new friends actually brought about the delinquent behavior or just highlighted it and it was already there. Where did the delinquent behavior start? Was it with the original person, or was it added on from, or was it found when they started hanging out with other delinquents? And after that, Burgess and Akers took a different approach on Sutherland's differential association in 1966. They theorized that the association leads to differential reinforcement, and they believed that the association was just the learning process, and that the deviant acts happen after. Their theory followed the process of the psychological ideas of operant conditioning, that you have to be reinforced or you have to get some kind of reward for doing what you were doing. So they're motivated to continue on with the deviant acts. Like stealing is rewarding because you get something from it. You find something and you end up keeping it, even if it's illegal. Winning a game is rewarding, so you want to keep winning. So the main idea of criticism is that the reinforcement only occurs after the first act of deviance, where how does the deviance start in this situation? It doesn't just go from association to reinforcement. He's saying that association doesn't lead to the deviant acts, the reinforcement does. But reinforcement only occurs after one deviant act has already taken place. So where does it all start is the biggest critique in his idea. So I think in all that association does have a big part of what is happening with deviance, but I think it can be a mixture of identification and reinforcement instead of just association to identification and association to reinforcement. There's a missing piece in all of it, and I think all three of them combined work together to explain what the theory really does. Reinforcement theory has been backed up in other studies, but in this particular theory with deviance, there's a missing piece between the association and reinforcement.